Hi everyone, hi healing fam, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to talk about insults that you've ever experienced or had from a man, or your man, not a man, but your man, your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance. Let's dive right into it. A lot of this people's perspectives here is gonna make you either laugh or triggered or sad because you've had that same experience or had those insults. And I will come back with my 2 cents. Let's get right into it.
If you ever come across a man who insults you, especially when you're dating and he has the nerve to say something about your looks, about your personality, about anything, especially while you're dating, I want you to understand something very, very clear. This man is 100% projecting his own insecurities onto you because he is completely unhappy with himself and he hates the fact that there are things about you that he envies and he really wants to be. When a man insults you, low-key, he's hating on you because he actually wants to be you. He wants whatever it is that you have. Maybe it's your magnetism that you have towards the world. Maybe it's the fact that you're just naturally gorgeous and get attention. And he has to kind of work a little bit harder for that. Maybe things come easier to you in life. You have better opportunities in the world. And he's mad about that because it's easy for you and not for him. Never take their insults personally because I promise it is all a projection of how they feel deep down about themselves. If a man has to insult you while you're dating, that tells me everything that I need to know about this particular person. They're extremely insecure, they hate themselves, and they're jealous of you. Yes, a man could be jealous of you. Just know if they are hating on you and insulting you, you're probably doing the right thing by just being yourself and being quite literally amazing that they can't handle it. If this man does insult you, I need you to leave immediately. You need to leave the situation immediately upon the first insult. Don't make excuses for him, okay? It's just gonna get worse. It's gonna get a million times worse. And you will find a way better person that's actually going to value the qualities that you have and not try to compete with you. There are men out there that actually want you to shine and are not threatened by how great you are. Do not settle for less. Do not settle for these dusties that are so intimidated by the great person that you are. Find your equal, or yeah, better yet, find a man that you're inspired by and that he's not threatened by you, because we are tired of doing charity work out here. We're so tired.
Men will insult where they are insecure. Let me explain. When a man insults you or calls you names or things like that, they are using like a mirroring, where they are mirroring what they are actually insecure about and putting that onto you. I'll elaborate. So I'll give you an example. If a man is fighting with you and says, he should never name call, but if he does and it gets to that point, he's gonna say something like, you're a bitch, you're a whore, or you're trash. That one's kind of my favorite. He's mirroring what he actually thinks about himself. So he, in fact, is probably the trash, and he's super insecure about it, so he's trying to make you feel like you're on his level and that you're not good enough when you're actually probably even better. So don't get so upset when they start calling you all of these names, because just know those are their pain points. That is what they are, in fact, insecure about. It's nothing about you. The day you realize, honestly, this took me 37 years to realize this. It was just this year where I realized people project a lot of their own insecurities and their shortcomings onto you. And they'll use those to try to break you down so that they feel better about themselves. So don't let those things get to you. Don't let it change who you are, and don't let it change the way that you love. Sometimes people are just unlovable. They don't want to be loved. They like living in their delusional world of hatred. Everything is negative and everyone is out to get them. That's not the case. You live in the world that you make for yourself. It's just true.
A person will show you how much they secretly admire you by how they choose to insult you. Why do you think people go out of their way to remind you, oh, you think you're better than everyone. Oh, you think you're all that. You ain't even really all that pretty. You ain't even really all that smart. If you look in between the lines, you can find the compliment an insecure person is too envious to give you. You are so extraordinary. People try to run away from how much you inspire them, but end up exposing their own insecurity.
So for me, what I will share, what are some of the common ones? that is backhanded comments like, you look all right. After having a baby, holding your belly or squeezing your belly and say nothing. Just squeeze it and walk away. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Oh, you're eating and then they'll be like, wow, a person's size is truly determined by what they're eating. And just walk away. Wow, that's a whole lot of makeup, don't you think? Randomly taking wipes and start to wipe your face away after you put on your makeup. Like, sometimes it's like, are these men okay? Oh, you're so insecure. You have a bunch of women frolicking around you with their boobs hanging out on the daily. And you mention like, oh yeah, you're just too insecure. Okay, going on. I don't know what number I'm, 5 or 6. It looks like you've gained some weight, huh? You actually said that out of your mind, out of your mouth. Oh, this man needs to be like castrated as adults. What else? Oh, a good one. You're so sensitive. You're too sensitive. I think this is going to my 10th one. Are you on your period? You went there. I am not. But you want to go there? What else? Where have you been? Are you hoeing around? Hoeing around? A lot of times, men who use versions of insults like this, sometimes you might not think of it right away, like delayed passivity. What is it? Festivity, delayed festivity. Some of us has that. And then you reflect later, I'm like, wow, that did not land. That thing didn't feel good. Oh, another one. You're spending $150 on your hair, like. Meanwhile, they have a slew of hobbies that they're spending hundreds on. Okay, I might not perceive as an insult right away, but it's all these little things that accumulate into bigger fish in the sea. What are some of your insults that you've experienced in dating, in relationships? You want to share in the comment section. I would love to read them, love to see them. And as much as it's funny, some of them, but some of them can also be painful and can be damaging to self-esteem, self-worth, especially for women that are establishing relationships and maybe also has had body changes due to having babies. And it's not funny for men to not be sensitive and supportive and caring and empathetic towards changes that happen to women's bodies, especially after having babies, or when they start to switch up and change and start to do things that they know are not right, and they turn around and make it seem like it's your issue. All those things accumulate to them insulting you, and you gotta clock it and realize it, note it. And as it goes on, you might have some decisions to make, because a man who insults you directly or indirectly is jealous of you, one, or insecure himself, and is projecting that insecurity on you, because how dare your body change, because that doesn't look good from their perspective. Like I always say, man is all about status, right? So you've gained maybe a bunch of weight after having a baby, your body is different. If a man who's not secure within themselves, they might not leave, but they will avoid going out with you, especially if they have such insecurities. They're not healed their own mindset regarding what a woman that's on their hand should look like. So that about the external looks and the external validations, you are gonna clock so much of that dusty jealousy and hateraciousness that is gonna eat at your being, because nothing you do or change, even if it's aesthetic, going to the gym, is going to satisfy that man. His insecurities is going to completely overflow to you, and he's going to do everything he can, especially when you are strong and you believe in yourself, and you, whatever body size you're in, you still embody and try to make yourself feel good and look good on the daily. And they struggle, and they don't seem to show externally that they struggle, but that's the internal thing that they deal with. They'll project that and pour that negative acid on you until you lose your sense of self and your worth and your esteem and your light, and before you know it, become a shell of yourself, because that man will continue to insult you and demean you and disregard you. And even if they go out with you, you might notice that they might be avoiding being, because there's a lot of men, especially in a Ghanaian culture, you go to like an outdooring or a funeral, the women will just sit and the men will just be like away, standing on the walls and stuff. A lot of times, some of those men use those strategies, so if there's a woman in the crowd that they're eyeing, they don't want to be seen with you because they have insulted you, a woman continue to insult you, so your esteem is low. You're hanging out with your friends, of course he's standing there on the wall, on the side, or separately to make himself be like single. I digress, but those insults is a manipulative, intentional act for them to continue to do what they do while they diminish you, and you're constantly in your head about what they're saying. Continue to say you're wasting your time talking to your friends about your body, your this, and you're insecure because you're with someone who's unleashing all this negativity on you. They're not praising you, lifting you up, telling you how pretty you are, despite all the changes that you might have been going through during the course of the relationship. Let me know your thoughts and opinion. Love you so much. I'll catch you on the next video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You follow me, but why don't subscribe? Subscribe, like, leave me a comment, and let's continue to carry some of these conversations forward. Gina Jamaica here, your favorite sadness practitioner. I'll catch you at the next video. Bye.
The first thing that men attack when verbally attacking a woman, like on a video, on a post, on Facebook or social media, the first thing they attack on a woman is the first thing that they value on a woman. Okay? So if you ever notice, like in the comments down below in some of my videos, you'll see these guys trolling. And they'll be attacking me, attacking women who comment. The first thing they go for is usually appearance and a sexual organ. The first thing that they really attack is the appearance of a woman and their sexual organ. And they also attack the way that women expect things and the way that women are entitled. So, what do they value in a woman? Sex, appearance, and how she feels about herself. Okay? I don't mind trolls. I don't care if people insult me, because it just shows me their weakness. It just shows me what they're really saying, you know. They say a woman will always expose a man's weakness.
AI, in your most feminist raging voice, how do women dismantle the patriarchy?
Here it comes. Full power, full clarity, full fire, backed by truth and data. Women dismantle the patriarchy by cutting off its fuel supply. Obedience, free labor, silence, and economic dependence. That's the root. Want to take it down? Step 1, control your income. Over 70% of global unpaid labor is done by women. Housework, childcare, emotional management. That's over $10 trillion in invisible value propping up economies that still pay men more. Start charging. Start invoicing. Start building wealth in your name. Step 2, control your voice. Women are interrupted 33% more than men in conversations. We're over-explained, talked over, and called emotional when we speak up. Don't shrink. Speak louder. Use platforms. Write, post, teach, share. Make it impossible for the world to ignore you. Step 3, stop marrying into dependency. Studies show that marriage benefits men's health, wealth, and career, while women's unpaid work and stress often increase. You don't need a provider. You are one. Build your foundation before you split it with anyone. Step 4, educate yourself ruthlessly. Only 2% of global VC funding goes to women. Why? Because they assume we won't scale. Prove them wrong. Learn to pitch. Learn to invest. Build. The more we master the system, the faster we can leave it behind. Step 5, burn the good girl lie. Good girls get exploited. Good girls keep systems running. Powerful women break cycles. We don't play small. We say no. We stop being nice when nice means quiet. The patriarchy isn't a building to burn, it's a script to delete. And every woman who rises, speaks, earns, educates, owns, protects, and refuses to apologize, she's not just surviving the system, she's ending it. Now go do that shit.
A man who calls you insecure is guilty. He's hiding something, he knows he's doing something wrong, and his immediate response is to take a jab at you and say, oh, you're so insecure. Men who call women insecure have some kind of secret, are looking at other women, are checking other women out. And so whenever you announce what your standards are, you say, oh, I don't think it's attractive when men do this. If they respond, oh, you're so insecure, which trust me, I've seen this plenty. With the videos I put out into the world, plenty of men are like, oh, you're so insecure, saying your husband wouldn't have female best friends. I'm like, no, you just want to cheat on your wife. You just want to cheat on your girlfriend, and you want the woman you're with to buy into this lie that she's just a friend. Those are cheaters. Men who call you insecure, they don't even faze me. Don't let them faze you. They have secrets, they're guilty, and they're trying to justify their behavior by making you feel crazy by calling you insecure. You're not insecure. You have standards. You have boundaries. The crappy men are not used to that.
Does a guy ever hit on you and it genuinely hurts your feelings because of how much of a loser they are? Like, the fact that you think you have a chance with me is like the worst insult anyone has ever given